Gents, afternoon, 23rd of August, away at Sutton Athletic, a 4-1 defeat. The highs and lows of football after a resounding victory last week in the FA Cup. Corley, how did you see that game today?
I thought they thoroughly deserved to win the game. I thought they had a better team, the hungrier team all over the pitch. I thought they've won all their individual battles today and they deserve to win, which is frustrating. And you can look at an officiating decision to sim in one of our players and then concede 3 goals in that 10 minutes that he's off. But I still think we've got enough quality to stay in the game, delay the game, slow it down and stay in it, even with 10 men. So it's wobbled us a little bit today, losing a player, and I expect more from the experience that we've got in there. And unfortunately today, I think we've come away and probably 9 or 10 players are way off where they've been recently, and the standards that they've set themselves, whether they're here last year or where they've played recently or elsewhere. So it's a bad day at the office, it really is. And as I say, you can't carry 7, 8, 9 players in any game at any level and still get a positive result. And it's today, I think we've been beaten up today, from honest with you, which we've done to most teams last season. I thought physically they were much better than us, and they deserve to go away with 3 points today.
Yeah. Matt Coyley mentioned there about up until the corner that was given, although it was clearly a goal kick, they were not in the game, and that kind of changed the game. Joe getting a sin bin and then conceding from the corner. It's mad how that up until that point we were, it was okay, and it all fell apart. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, look, you don't want to blame referees, if I'm honest. You don't. When you lose 4-1, to stand and blame the referee, it just looks like sour grapes. I thought there were some very strange decisions. I thought that the game wasn't littered with bad tackles or fouls. I think that you know what you get from the opposition, you know what the dugouts are like, you know what the level's like, and I thought emotionally we didn't deal with any of those things very well today. On the pitch, I thought our discipline was poor in terms of, I know Joe's got sent off from a bad decision from the referee, but should that result in a goal? No, I don't think it should. And then at half time we spoke to the players about shuffling the pack and changing the shape slightly. I thought Jayden got a silly yellow card, of which we've had to then change the shape, and he's had to come off. It's 3 bookings in 6 games, which needs to change. And then we've conceded 2 farcical goals, which is not down to the referee, whilst down to 10 players, which ultimately kills the game. So I think we've got ourselves to blame largely. I thought that there was a strange set of decisions from the officials across the course of the game, but I don't think that's made the difference completely, although you would say that we've conceded 3 goals while down to 10 men. But I think Joe's experienced enough that you can see how the referee is, and I think we can manage the referee far better than we did. And really disappointed they've scored from 3 restarts, 2 corners and a penalty. And from the team that we've got in terms of physicality, I don't think that's good enough. And I think as the manager touched on, I thought there were far too many below par performances today, including some of the officiating. But like I said, I don't think that's to blame for our performance. I think we've been on I think that's our first loss in 90 minutes in 32, 33 games, and to lose in that fashion is very, very disappointing. And you do get bad days at the office, and that was an extremely bad one. But one loss, 1 draw, 1 in the league. It's not quite the start we wanted in the league. We've been really good in the 2 cup games, but we've got to turn that around quickly on Monday now, and we've got to get a better performance out of a lot of players today, because there's a lot of players in there that have got their heads between their knees with a really disappointing performance, and we've got to take responsibility for that as well as a management team. We're fully in that as well. Like, we don't ever come out here and put portion of blame on the players. Just said that to them in there. Look, we've got to take this as a group, take it on the chin, and we've got to move into Monday.
Yeah, Monday's now become an important game, or maybe more than people thought it was prior to today, and it's you guys have now got brush the group down and get their heads right, and go out and get a performance and a result on Monday. Not easy thing to do, but hopefully that's what we've got to do. We changed shape, I think, today from half time to a 4-3-3. What's your thoughts about Monday, Corey? Same shape or what?
Yeah, well, it was tough. We had to change to a 4-3-2 early on because we didn't have Joe on the pitch, so it was And again, where we've got players on yellow cards, you're forced into decisions because you can't rely on the officials to make always the correct decisions. So we're on a tightrope when you get early yellow cards in this league, and we've been forced into making another change to the shape because of that, which we can't keep doing every week. We can't keep having to change the shape because players are getting booked so easy. So yeah, we're looking to it. We're looking to the game. We're still going to watch them again. I know they didn't play today. We've got some analysis on them, and we'll have to sit down tomorrow and early Monday and make a decision. But we're going to need a response from the squad, including ourselves as a management team. We need to really respond in the right way and make sure that we're at much better levels than we were today to get a positive result.
Yeah, Matt, just finally, we touched on the game before the game about getting a good draw. I think in the FA Cup, that seems a long way off now after the result and the performance today. Was there any positives you can see out of the game today?
I think it's always tough when you've lost 4-1 in terms of looking at the positives. I think you can't look past Monday, which we haven't been. We looked at today first and then Monday, and the Dulwich game is way off, and fortunately for us it's way off, but we've now got Dulce missing against Dulwich and Ricardo now missing against Dulwich, which is part and parcel of the season. Fortunately it's not another league game in all honesty, but like I say, yeah, I don't think anybody really came out with a great deal of credit. I thought that Jav in the second half huffed and puffed and tried to make some stuff happen, and maybe Shafes in the last 10-12 minutes came to life a little bit in there after the pitch. Ashton came on and huffed and puffed, and we've given some more minutes to young Jake Abraham, which is great. But other than that, I thought across the back four, again, I don't think we've covered ourselves in any great glory. The goalkeeper, our midfield, I thought we were miles off the pace. But I say, just collectively as a group today, I just don't think it worked. For whatever reason that is, it hasn't worked. So tough to really sort of take too many positives from it. But I think the positive is over the course of the last 30 games, we've lost 2 games now in 90 minutes of football, which proves that we've got what we need to get right in terms of the mix. But today was nowhere near it. And sometimes the positive could be that you need a result like that to give yourselves a little bit of a kick up the backside where it needs to come. And as long as we get that positive reaction, which we've always had in the past, on Monday, then I think we'll be fine. Like I say, I think Monday is now the key to get that reaction quickly off the back of today's result and today's performance. I think if you play well today and get beat, you suffer it, but I don't think we'll play well many times and get beat like that. I think there's going to have to be the other team you have to give a little bit of credit to, but that was poor from us today. So we have to take it on the chin. That's what we're in the game for, all of us, and we've got to take it on the chin and move on.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, guys. Let's look forward to Monday and hopefully a better performance and a result. Well done.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Cheers.